Welcome everybody. We're really pleased and proud to have everybody here at the kickoff for our summer feeding program, a program that is important to everyone in the city, and we're especially honored with the very special guests we have here today. So very quickly, before I bring them up to speak, let me say thank you to Christine Quinn, Undersecretary Joyner, who's come up from Washington, Mr. Dawkins, Mr. WLS, Mr. Thomas's, DC 37, the Heckscher Foundation, the Dairy Association, as well as the cow, the Dairy Princesses, for which we're very grateful. But we really have a very special program. We really want to just talk a little bit about it very quickly. Our summer feeding program is here in New York, the largest summer feeding program in the country. And this summer, our doors are open. We're welcoming everybody who is 18 years of age, younger, to join us for lunch, for breakfast. So please, with that, let me introduce the Deputy Chancellor for the New York City Department of Education, Ms. Kathleen.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Eric, and your team for the wonderful work you've done building this program, which is now at over 1,000 sites. We are very grateful. We are very grateful for the support we've gotten from the Mayor's Office, and thank the folks who are here today. Christine Quinn has been a consistent supporter of all of our food programs, and we're delighted to have the Undersecretary with us here today. I would like now to introduce Speaker Christine Quinn, who, as I said, has worked very closely with us and has really been a big booster for our food program.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Deputy Chancellor. Let me thank Eric Goldstein from our school food program, David Berkowitz from our school food program, our great leading chef, Chef Jorge, for all of his work. I want to thank, he does deserve a round of applause. I want to thank the Undersecretary for being here. I want to thank the Nets mascot for being with us today. Let's give her a wave there. I want to thank Avis Zaraway for being with us today, and also Bob for being with us today as well, because your station will be very helpful in getting the word out. So thank you very much. Very much. I also want to recognize Ben Thomas as our food policy coordinator. I want to thank the Dairy Princesses for being here, and Crystal the cow, who I personally think needs a tissue. But the Dairy Princesses informed me that's what the tongue is for if you're a cow, and you're our expert. I know. Don't do that at a game. No one will have any sympathy at all. But as I mentioned, WBLS can be, as can the Nets, and our princesses and everybody else, be very helpful in helping us get the word out. And that's what we need to do today, is get the word out about the terrific summer meals program. You know, people don't know as much as they should in our 5 boroughs that we have a very expansive school meals program in the summer. People think school meals stop when the school year stops or when summer school stops. That's not true. In schools, in libraries, in parks, in venues, in all 5 boroughs, young people can go and get 10 free meals a day. 10 free meals a day. That is incredibly significant. You know, a few weeks ago, we released a report in the City Council that said hunger in the city of New York is growing. Today, we're seeing, no offense, milk prices soar again in the city of New York. With hunger on the rise, with food prices on the rise, we need to make sure New Yorkers in need know that they can get nutritious, delicious food all summer long through our summer meals program. So I'm urging everybody, if you are a family in need, go be part of the school food program. Call 311, they will tell you where you can go. If you know somebody who might be in need of this assistance, tell them. This is an underutilized program, and we are committing this summer to change that and make sure this program is utilized as much as we know it should be in our 5 boroughs. And I just want to urge everyone to help us get the word out, Too many New Yorkers are hungry to step away from these meals. I want to thank our friends in sports and in the media for helping us get the word out, and most importantly, to the folks at the Department of Education who know that their commitment to children is 365 days a year, and they do that all year long to a tremendous degree. So thank you all, and I hope I don't upset the cow, but our goal is to make sure that people eat up this summer. Eat at our summer meals program. No children should go hungry in the city of New York when we have a great summer meals program.
Well, we're used to big jobs in New York City, but our next speaker, Undersecretary Jonah from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, has a really big job. She's the Undersecretary in charge of all food, nutrition, and consumer product programs across the country. Please, we're very, very honored, really, really thrilled that the Undersecretary is here with us today. So please, with no further ado, the Undersecretary of the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. I have to tell you, this is my biggest kickoff for the summer food program in the last 2 years. And again, I think that that's a testament to the partners that you have here. Coming from the federal level, I know, and I see this all the time, you cannot have programs like this. You cannot have programs like this without the leaderships, the committed and dedicated leadership of, what is it? Step up on the step, yeah. Okay. I can probably scream loud enough, that's not a problem. No. But anyway, I think that this is so important to have your leadership at the community, at the state level, and at your federal level. But more importantly, your private and your public sectors. I know that we have a lot of private people here, and we have your public sectors, and they can't work without coming together, especially for the children. I'm also here to verify that this is the one state with the most number of feeding sites. They have 1,277 feeding sites. That is more than any other state. And I cannot reiterate what Speaker Quinn said and what Kathleen said. Please, we have to get the message out. We need more sponsors. We need the kids to know that this program is out there because it is there to help feed people. It's just important. Nutrition is the cornerstone of life. So we need to make sure that kids get food. But at the federal level, I just want to say real quick, I am grateful and I appreciate the work of Chef Jorge, of David, of Eric, of Kathleen, and Julia, and many other people here to have brought this together. And the advocates, I'm so glad that I'm going to be able to take this back to DC and talk about maybe this is how some other states should be doing their summer food program. So thank you again for having me here.
People have already said the key points, so I'll be brief, but I'll just say that when Mayor Bloomberg and the Speaker came together to announce the creation of my position of the city's food policy task force, access to healthy food was one of the key priorities for the task force, and this program really is a great fit for that priority. The food is healthier than it's ever been, it's tastier than it's ever been, and it is easily accessible to everybody. You heard people speak before about the more than 1,000 sites we have. The sites include schools like this one, pools, parks, libraries, New York City Housing Authority developments. So we encourage everybody who thinks that that their children might need a meal over the summer to call 311 and find a site near them. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you very much. We'll just bring up Darryl. Darryl's never at a loss for words.
Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah, I'm never at a loss for words. My pleasure to be involved with this program. Remember, it's 1,277 spots you can get free food. But the price of gas, the price of grocery is free. Parents, don't be lazy and stay in the bed. and don't get up and take your kids to eat. Free is for me. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Darrell. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, I have questions for Chris.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, what age group is this for?
The program's open to anyone who's 18. The program's open to anyone who's 18 years of age or younger. You don't have to be a resident of the city for this program.
Whoa.
So if you're in from out of town, visiting from California or South Carolina, and you're here, please stop in. We're more than happy to feed you breakfast or lunch.
Whoa.
Any other questions? Amos, would you like to say a few words? Let me introduce also, I feel great, Amos Zurre is also a local restaurateur. Amos has a really interesting story for many years with the Steelers and then after the Patriots. Amos, you want to say a quick word about it?
Oh, sure. First of all, thank you for having me today. This is a special day. I think anytime we can feed the kids, originally being from Africa, I know what it's all about to not have all the things that you need growing up. But I think the opportunity these kids have today, please, parents, take advantage of what's going on today. It's very rare that things like this happen. I wish we had this when I was growing up. But free food, you don't have to be from New York City. I'm gonna have a lot of kids that don't have to work. But take advantage, and it's a great opportunity. And I'm just proud to be a part of this, and we need all the support we can get. And thank you.
Great things about the summer program is there's absolutely no paperwork. Any child, don't have to be a student, as they said, can come into any one of these sites. I'd like a special thank you to Julia Couture, representing the Heckscher Foundation. Which is well known for supporting children, has supported the summer program for 3 years. And they have enabled us to buy refrigerators for pools and many other things. So they've done a great job. Thank you very much, Julia.
We have just a recent arrival, who I'm going to ask to come up to the podium to say a few words. Our Deputy Mayor, Dennis Walton.
Good afternoon to all of you, to the speaker, to the chancellor, to Eric, to David, and most importantly to the students. This is a great day. Healthy meals for our children, and I really just want to compliment Speaker Quinn. Speaker Quinn has been a strong advocate on making sure that we have healthy food throughout the city, especially green food parks, as well as making sure our meals are extremely nutritious. And working with Ben and Linda Gibb, I think he's been able to do an outstanding job in coordinating all agencies in New York City to make sure we're providing healthier choices for adults and our children. But as we start summer school, one of the key things that's extremely important is make sure that foods that are being served in our schools are not just for those students who are attending summer school, but available for all children in all communities throughout New York City. So the one thing I want to reinforce is that all people should take advantage of what's happening today. This press conference is about all children, for all of our parents in all communities throughout the city getting healthy food all day. So the speaker, to Chancellor Grimm, to Eric, to David, to Ben, we have done an outstanding job. We will make sure that parents take advantage of it. If you have questions, always call one number and they can give you information where to go. 311, and they'll provide the information on where schools are located in your communities that are serving these healthy meals. So again, I want to thank you, and it's really an honor to be here today, and also to our town. Now, I just left the Chancellor and the Mayor at another press conference talking about all they did not have a cow. So Speaker, you have one up the Chancellor and the Mayor as far as having press opportunities. So our town who reinforces quality milk, quality food in our schools. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening.
Paul Sackis, Good News Broadcast. I'm with the Undersecretary of
Food, Nutrition, and Consumer Services.
Okay, so this is a very major event for your organization?
Yes, it is, because it's one of our, probably the only underutilized federal program that we have.
Okay. Say that again.
Underutilized federal program that we have in our feeding programs.
Okay. Underutilized because not enough people actually know about it and actually you take advantage of it.
I think both. We have been making this a priority for us. I'll give you a perspective here. During the school year, we serve 31 million school lunch meals, okay, a day. 17 million of those are probably your free and reduced students. We only serve 3 million summer food meals. 3 million. So where are the rest of those kids going? And as we know, sometimes that this is the only meal that kids actually get in school. So we're concerned that a lot of kids aren't getting the nutrition that they need.
And without nutrition and without that fortification, children's brains don't function.
Right. They don't grow, they don't glow, and they don't learn. They can't develop the way they're supposed to.
You know, we're doing a lot of stories. We have done many stories. We're all about good news. In fact, we're helping to feed some kids in Tanzania. And the way that we think that the only way is by, we've created chicken for them to lay eggs, and so the kids can have chicken, because without nutrition, a brain does not work.
Right.
And so you're taking this in hand, Nash. But now this is, you said, the largest program here in America?
Yes, it's the largest, the state, probably with the largest number of sites in the country. So, I mean, we have 1,277 in New York. That's amazing. That's fantastic. And they're really, I am very impressed with the efforts that everyone's putting here, with the flyers, the radio ads, with the partnerships, the private, public. I mean, it's just impressive.
So let's talk nationally now, though. Chicago, Los Angeles, is it just major cities? Are we able to get out to the urban areas?
Yes, I mean you get the urbans, but you get the rural too. But the challenge with the rural is the transportation. But I have seen in the rural where they actually have mobile kitchens that will take the summer feed lunch out to parks or to different sites.
Okay, but if somebody wants to know, do you have a website that people?
Yes, it's on our FNS website. It's fns.gov.
Okay, and that will show you, if you're living in Chicago, where to go?
Well, it'll show you who to contact in Chicago that you might be, because every state, it's different. Sites are added every year. So you really need to call your state department or your school district.
Okay, now how does a site, all right, I heard you mention words library and other facilities. So say my Good News broadcast wants to be a location, okay?
You want to be a sponsor.
I want to be a sponsor.
You want to be a sponsor.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you work with your school district or your state. And normally your school district is partnering with your state, and then they will, approve you to be a sponsor for the summer food program.
Okay, and then we would have the food.
And you fill out some forms because it's federal dollars who pay for the food. So you have to fill out some forms at the beginning, and then you go from there.
How about corporate America? Are they part of it, do you think?
No, not as much. It's more the public side because the money funnels through the state.
Okay.
But there are a lot of faith-based organizations that are coming up too.
Okay. All right. So we're worldwide here with Good News. So we like to share it nationally and internationally, the good things that the government is doing and that human beings are doing.
Public and private are doing together. And hopefully we're going to get more more private sector partners because they really can help. Just like Julia donated money here at this site, and they were able to buy refrigeration units to be able to keep the sandwiches cold.
That's great. Okay, well, congratulations on much success with it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, hi, it's Paul Sakis. I'm with Dennis Wolcott. Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I should actually make it deputy mayor.
That's okay.
New York.
Still fine.
What a great guy. Tell us about this program, how it fits into the city.
I think it's a great program. It's offering free meals, not just to students, but children throughout New York City. And we're encouraging people to take advantage of it. I mean, it's a great opportunity to get free and nutritious meals in the morning and make sure that children start out the day the right way. And what the Speaker of the City Council, the Mayor, and members of the City Council have done is provided an opportunity for people to really start their day out the right way. And by calling 311, people will know exactly where to go.
First, let me commend the city with this 311 and Mayor Bloomberg and yourself and your whole team and the whole organization. You guys are doing a great job for New York.
Thank you.
I've been here, living here for 30 plus, and it's just better than it ever has been in so many healthy ways, so many happy ways and safety ways, and communications. I think there is a tremendous growth that 311 and the information in the subways. A lot of good things going on.
Great. 311 provides instant access to information on what's happening in the city. And something like this is, I think, ideal because a lot of times people may not know where to go. Now they have the ability to call 311 and find out exactly the location of where a school is serving free breakfast in their communities.
Okay, and the Undersecretary mentioned that, probably for the future, or maybe even now, more nonprofits, more faith-based, maybe corporations, they can join. I asked, can Good News Broadcast be a location for Feed Kids?
Yeah,
the answer was yes. That's
you
good
open
news.
up the door and provide access, and that's extremely important.
Here it is.
Thank you. My
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you.
Right.
See you later.
Okay,
Bye
take
now.
care. Okay, hi, this is Paul Sakis. I'm here with Bob Lee. Hi, Bob.
How you doing? How are you?
Good with BLS?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and our good buddy here, Amos Zero Way.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, Bob probably is more appropriate to actually interview Amos, I would say, okay? Because Bob's been doing this for a couple of weeks as a host for BLS, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what would you ask Amos about this event if you were going to be doing that?
I would first ask him how he got involved in it.
Well, first off, through my publicist, which is Danetta, and she introduced me to Eric Goldstein, and Eric came to the restaurant. We had a wonderful dinner. We just kind of sat back, and he brushed me a little bit what he was doing, and me growing up in the underprivileged, I thought it was a great idea for me to be part of this because I'm a restaurant owner, and why not?
A great restaurant owner on, let's see now, if I remember what the street is,
13 East 37th Street, between 5th and Madison.
Okay. What would you ask him next, you think?
Well, I would ask why did he feel that he needed to get involved in something like this, like healthy eating and nutritious foods in our schools?
Well, right now, I think with the way the economy is, I mean, whatever we can do to help, whether it be a restaurant owner or whether it be a businessman, secretary. I think at this point in time, kids need the help. They need they need the food. They need all the support they can get. And I'm just one of the pieces of the puzzle that can come in and help these kids. Get some food.
Okay, now I'm going to ask one to Bob because BLS is a community-minded broadcaster, and they've been around for a long time in that vein. Well, why do you feel that they come out to so many different events to share in them?
Well, anytime there's a community-based organization out in our community who's doing positive things, we want to be there. We started way back I did in 79, 80, and we wanted to carve out a niche, and what we wanted to do is go around to the schools and find out what was needed. So we put school principals on the air, we put students on the air to talk about what they wanted to do when they graduated, and we got a good chance an opportunity to see what was needed in the schools. So this is a good thing, to link up with Amos and a lot of the other people who are involved in helping people get what they need out of life.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about what's the station called, the numbers?
107.5 WBLS and 1190 WLIB.
Okay, and what kind of format is it? What kind of music are you playing?
It's an urban contemporary format. We play a lot of good music. You got to tune in and check it out. And lots of information, too. We got Gary Bird. We have Steve Harvey in the morning.
I love it.
Wendy Williams in the afternoon. Vaughn Harper with The Quiet Storm.
I love Vaughn. I've interviewed him a bunch of times. He's a good friend.
Oh, he was an athlete, though, by the way. Now I was going to ask him another question, if you don't mind me just jumping in.
No. We're all in this together.
What are some of the things that he's into? Healthy eating, and he played with the NFL and former Pittsburgh Steeler. What are some of the things that you continue to do to keep in shape? Because you're a free agent, and you're looking, somebody can just grab you and say, hey, come on, let's go.
All right. Well, some of the things, you want to work, you definitely want to work out. I go out and I work out when I can, but trying to eat fish, lots of fish, lots of baked chicken, and, trying to stay away from a lot of starch, and, just watch what the amount of intake that I put in my body. So, trying to limit the stuff that I take that's not good for the body, and just basically work out. Just work out and trying to eat as well as I can.
And, all of these things are all under one roof at his restaurant.
I was thinking the same thing. Tell us how you guys would make some fish there. You got.
Yeah, we take a fillet of sole, and we can grill it on a grill, or we can saute and throw some onions and diced tomatoes on there, and throw it on top of polenta light mashed potatoes.
It's lunchtime. What are we doing here? It's lunchtime. Okay, the restaurant's open now, right?
Yes, it is. Yes,
All right.
it is. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do that open if you're not to be open. All right?
No, we're open.
We're not going to Disneyland after the game. We're going to his restaurant.
All right, very good. Where's the restaurant one more time?
It's on 13 East 37th Street between 5th and Madison, Midtown Manhattan.
Okay, and those numbers to get you on the radio. You got internet radio also?
Yeah, WBLS.com. You tune in. Anything that you missed on the radio, you can tune in and hear it again, especially our healthy eating segment. It's called Daily Dose. Punch up Daily Dose, and you get all the things that we spoke about throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month.
And you guys got great music also, and great station. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys both.
Thank you.
Okay, hi. We're with David Berkowitz, I believe, who's actually runs the whole program here in New York. Is that right?
Yes, Executive Director of School Food. We're very proud of the program. It's a great summer program. No paperwork to fill out. Any child under 18, whether they're a student, they're not a student, can come and have breakfast and lunch at over 1,200 sites throughout the city. In parks, pools. We have been serving this summer in soup pantries, schools, of course, so it's a fabulous program, especially when gas prices are going through the roof, food is going through the roof. A great time for parents to really save some money and bring kids in for the summer program.
Okay, I asked the Deputy Chancellor. Well, I asked, actually not Deputy Chancellor, I asked the Deputy Assistant Director of the government, the United States government, about how to become. So I said, if a Good News broadcast, we have a TV studio. Okay, we're down near Brooklyn Academy of Music, downtown Brooklyn.
I know the place well, Fort Greene.
Fort Greene, as they call it. We're on 33 Flatbush is our location, and right by Nevins and Livingston. So, and so if we wanted to say do a morning thing, the lunch might be harder for us as a corporation at the TV studio. I'd love to share. Is that feasible?
Sure. Many times we'll do a media event for breakfast or lunch. Get students involved. When we know in advance, we get them to do the consent forms, the parents to sign the forms, so we can take pictures of the kids. Yeah, absolutely.
Interesting. We like that. But I would even say, for me and for others, in essence, they would say I'm able to do breakfasts every day. I mean, I'm able to be part of the program, to be a location. Is that a consideration?
Let's talk more about it, exactly what you mean by that.
Okay. All right. Okay. David, thank you. Go on the 311.
311, you get a list of the site closest to you. And again, we have sites all over the city. So check 311. There are radio ads going to be running all summer in Spanish, English, and Cantonese. There are subway signs and bus signs that the state puts up about the program, about calling 311 to find a site.
Okay, tell me about yourself, though.
I've been in the food business over 30 years. I've been in contract management in the private industry. And what I try to do is bring some of the best practices into school food. And we have a great group of people in school food. We have over 9,000 employees, and that really take pride in serving the kids. And we've been working very hard to make the food more nutritious and more attractive than ever before.
So do you oversee it during the year as well?
Yes, we have a huge program during the main year where we have over 1,400 sites. And during the summer it's a little smaller, but it's also more diverse.
Interesting, all righty. And so, wow, this is a great job you have.
It's a very good job. It's great to be able to put something back into the community.
Right, and this is so important because without food, the kids can't think.
Absolutely. Kids are more alert. They do better in their academics when they have a good breakfast or a good lunch.
You recently took out the trans fat.
We've been making our food healthier for a long time. One of the things we have done is remove trans fat. We're working to take out high fructose corn syrup. We have low-fat milks. We have whole wheat breads in all of our schools. We have salad bars in our high school, so we're trying to promote more local, fresh produce throughout our program.
When kids go to school, they get breakfast and lunch?
Absolutely. Many schools, we also have afternoon programs. Many children could get 3 meals in a school.
I'm going back to school. No. A lot of these things just are not out in the real world, and a lot of people don't know about it. So I'm so proud and honored to get the chance to meet with you and speak with you.
Nice to meet you.
Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Okay, school food, feed your mind here, Pace High School. All right, well, you spurred a lot of people. Can't say there's not good news here in New York, and you can't say that people aren't feeding people in New York, 18 and under, and even open to feed anybody that is in town. 1,200 locations, breakfast, lunch. Where are you going to beat that, okay? So The world is doing good. Here's another example of it. Paul Slakis reporting from Chinatown, New York, USA, world. Thanks.